Hello and welcome back. I'm Dubbers and we're back with another episode of We Are The Mounties. Playing the Cardinals today at Maple Leaf Field. Hopeful. I'd love just to play the offense, but
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden.
yeah, whatever you say.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Toronto Mounties. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And I think it's safe to say that, I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
From the 31, Murray. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Josh Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. If you're not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
From the 29, Haskins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. #4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
The throw, Haskins. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? Go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exact. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinal. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This is taken at his 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got the
pass gets hit, and he lost the football. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Hassan Reddick. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's and he's going to go down again. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The 60-yarder to try didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense hasn't it. Not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Gets it to Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's going to take off with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Josh Doxson's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterback receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. It's now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On the ground, it's Thompson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
We've seen this offense go for it on fourth down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
Certainly would. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield.
Who's blocking that asshole?
Dante Fowler. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
This one caught by Isabella.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt, it doesn't work out, and as a result, possession switches hands. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now Haskins to throw it. Complete. Richardson has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards. Now it's Haskins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back to Toronto as we've got the final. Quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. Haskins will throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Haskins back to the air. The quick slant caught, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Paul Richardson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Big score. First step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it second and 14. To throw again on second down. Murray throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the defense. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now it's Haskins. And it will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the 1st. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Haskins to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
He's back to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. A disappointing drop there on fourth. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. They'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. Now a desperation throw deep down. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage. And it's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Cards, the win will help.
Center. He's the best one.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one. Toronto Mounties.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth, Texas and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL's good one here between the Toronto Mounties and the Dallas Cowboys. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Check 56. All right, 56. 56, right there, 56. You must be dreaming.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so...
And right away, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Haskins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Geis on the counter. He'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 25 on second down, Haskins, DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To throw on third down, Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now, Haskins. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Are you fucking kidding me?
DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know we're in today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. first down. Prescott. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Prescott will get that to DeValve, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. And again, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On second down, Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Prescott to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This near the 5 will be stopped at the 6. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Pull it good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
They're going to beat me.
Here we go on 4th down. Haskins. Pressure gets to him.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Back at the 4-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Yeah, I would.
Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
What's the difference? They're not going to stop the guy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is
under pressure. They got him again. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he finds the tight end, Reed.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's Haskins to throw. Looking long for his tight end, Reed. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Let's go.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
All day, dog.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
He's got a man. Complete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard, 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now Haskins to throw it. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for them. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on first down, Haskins, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Looking to throw, Haskins, and that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They go to Elliott again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
Prescott on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Third and long for Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he loses the football a second time. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Yes.
So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They go play action with Haskins. Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into he plays this position no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Back now in Arlington. It's the ball they'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's caught, it's Chris Moore. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Continuing to run, they'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Elliott. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. It's going the other way. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 8-yard line. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this one complete to Reed. Haskins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Haskins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Daryl Worley there to knock that one free. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Was trying to get his guys out of the backfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. They're going on 4th down. Haskins flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He was looking for Paul Richardson. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Corner blitz by Josh Norman works like a charm. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Let's take it inside his own 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 8, just over a minute 40 to play. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. He's back to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Stopped by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. A first down carry by Elliott. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears They're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively they had the bye last week. Defensively did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Dallas, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next.
Well, I'm going to leave it there for today. If you enjoyed it, let me hear about it. Have a good one.